Okay, this is Nicole Britton, and I'm going to be talking to you today about Google Sites, and we're going to talk about how to add a page, and I want to talk about the file cabinet page. So right now I'm inside one of my sites, and in order to add a page, if you look up at the top, you see my pencil and this little symbol here that says create page, and then I have the gear. And so I'm going to click on the one that looks like a page. So again, it's early. I think I may have already messed up. I'm going to talk about how to add a page, and particularly I want to spend some time talking about the file cabinet page. So I'm going to name my page file X for file example. And then there's this pull down right here. And on the pull down, I have some choices. A standard web page, an announcements page, a file cabinet, which is the one I will be selecting, a list, and a start page. And I'm going to go with a file cabinet. And I'm not going to change any of those. And I'm just going to say create. And it's syncing. So now I'm on the page I created. And you'll notice that this right here, that's the name of the page. If I want to rename the page, I would pick up my pencil and I would change this. But if I change this, I am changing the name of the page. And I'm going to say save. Okay, so the neat thing about the file cabinet, and this is honestly one of my favorite features. I use the file cabinet feature for all kinds of things. One thing I use it is to archive and organize websites and documents and things that I want to keep track of together. And so I'm going to show you just a few ways that you can put things in the file cabinet page. You can add a file. You can add a link, or you can add something for your Google Drive. The add file one uploads it from your hard drive. So if you have a Microsoft Word doc or a PDF or something like that, you can bring it in that way. This one is if you found a really cool website, and it could be some sort of a doc, it could just be a really cool website, and you can bring in the link. And this is anything that you've got on your Google Drive. And then here's where you will be creating folders. So first of all, I think I'm just going to add something from my Google Drive so you can see what that looks like. And so I'm just going to pick a random thing. So I'm going to click on Drive, and it's going to think. And I'm just going to pick up the first thing that's at the top. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to say select. Now that it's here, this space right here, you see where I'm hovering and the little finger goes like that? I'm sorry, it's early. If you click right there, you can add a little bit of a description there to help you remember, which I kind of, when I have so many things, it's nice for me to be able to, if I'm sharing with other people or something, I want to say something else about it. I'm just going to say this is an example. So now that information is there. It says move to, but I haven't created any files. So I'm going to put a couple things in here, and then I'll show you how we can create files and move things around. Okay, so let's go to a website, and let's say that I want to go to Learn Zillion. So I'm going to grab the web address to the site. And so again, I highlighted up here, and I copied the web address. And now I'm going to come back to my file tab. And this one says add link. And it tells me what to do. Add a file from the web page, paste the URL, so that was web address. So I'm going to click in that box one time, and I'm going to paste. Right click or Control V. And then it says text to display. So what do I want to call it? And so I will call it's Learn Zillion. And then I could put something about it. And this is a site, if you haven't found it, has some really cool, free, short lessons. Well, I'm going to say video. Common Core, Math, and ELA. I believe that it's pretty comprehensive, starting with about third grade up. There are some resources for lower grades, but not much. And when I say up, I mean all the way to 12th grade. So if you haven't checked out LearnZillion, I'm just going to say it's a good site. You might want to do it. You can use it for flipping. Okay, so it's in here now. So I brought in something from my drive, and I brought in a link. Now I also want to remind you, if this is a site that you're sharing, every single thing you put here is an individual Google item. And remember, everything has its own permissions. So even though I can open these things, well, the website's going to be fine. The things I bring in from my drive, if I want other people to look at it, I have to make sure I go into the share setting on it. And I'm just going to do it right now. So on the view right here, I have to make sure that my share settings are opened up for other people to see it. Otherwise, I'm going to hang up a bunch of stuff in my file cabinet, which would be great for me if I'm wanting to use it for it. But if I want to share it, I need to make sure other people can see it. For example, this thing that I'm opening up right now, and it's thinking, the share settings is a little bit locked down. So if I click on it, it says, and it's thinking still, it tells me that it's set up right now. Anyone in North City and with a link can view, but it's not opened up beyond that. So if this is something I wanted to share out with everybody, I'd have to go in and change the share setting, which was on a different video. So I'm not going to spend time on that right now. Okay, so I have brought in something from a website, and I brought in something from my drive. Let's say I want to add a file. Oh, look at that. I've got the negotiation proposal from the district. I'm going to put that up really fast. So now that's in. And again, it's bringing it to my Google Drive, so I may have to check later and see what share permissions it has. So I brought this one in, and there's no information here. So I'm going to have to say any info. And I want to say right here. And I really like to, if you are collaborating with people on a site and everybody's contributing, you can see who messed with it most recently. So this isn't just a person who put it in, but like if somebody goes in and they change one of these things, then it's gonna change to their name. Okay, so now let's just talk about the files, how to organize things. So I'm gonna make 2 files, and one I'm gonna call sites, and the other file, new folder, I'm going to call stuff. Now I'm going to call it other stuff. Obviously, I'd have a better organizing system. Okay, so this one up here, LearnZillion, is a site. So I'm going to check the box by it, and I'm going to move it now because I want to put it in this folder down here. So I've checked the box, and I'm going to move it to the one that is called sites. And so now it's in that folder. Otherwise, it's just going to sit up here. So if I don't want to organize it beyond this and it's just sitting up here and I want to go through it that way, that's fine as well. And so now I'm going to check these 2 because these are other stuff. So I'm going to check both of those, and I'm going to say move to other stuff. Okay. So now I have my folders, and they're open right now. You'll see this little open symbol right here. If I want my folders to look nice and neat, little OCD if anybody is, you can close your folders. Okay. So when you come to your file cabinet, if it looks like that and you're thinking, oh my gosh, where did that go? I don't see it. Just remember this little arrow opens your folder, closes your folder. Okay, one more thing I want to talk about is just how to get this on the sidebar, because on my sidebar navigation right now, remember I created a new page, so it's not over here. So I want to talk about how to get it on the sidebar. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my gear. So the pencil is to edit this area right here. And remember, I told you how to access one of the tools that helps you edit over on your sidebar is the gear. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go to site layout. And now, before I do this, I want to remember, I'm going to click away. I want to remember the name of the page that I'm about to add. If you know, so make sure you remember the name of the page because you're going to need that. So I'm going to click on the gear and I'm going to go down to edit site layout. Okay, now you'll see I have a pencil over on my sidebar. And I also have a plus. That's where I bring in those Google gadgets like this countdown. So I'm going to click on my pencil. Oh, wait, not that. I'm going to click right there. So let me do that again. I'm going to click right here because I'm talking about the navigation part. So just right here in the middle somewhere, I'm going to click. And then I'm going to say add page. And it's going to look and see if I have any other pages that aren't added. And right here, I just want to talk about how I can't see everything. It's going down off the page. And so if you notice that there's stuff that you can't see and you don't want to mess with scrolling, scrolling is an option. The other thing you could do is control plus and which would blow it up and zoom in, or control minus, which would shrink things. So the name of the page that I created was file example, and I see it right here. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to say, okay. And now I'm looking to see if it's up here. I'm not seeing it, so I'm going to try again. File example. I don't think I'm seeing everything I need to see. Okay. It's on here. I just have so many pages. Okay, so it's on there. I didn't pull down. Sorry, it's early in the morning. So it's right here. I just needed to pull down to see all the pages on here. And so I'm going to say okay again, and I'm going to make this larger. Sorry, I shrunk that down. Control plus is what I'm doing to get larger. And now I'm going to close. And actually, I added it twice, so I'm not going to close yet. I'm going to take one of those off. So if I have something on here that I put on twice or I wanted to take it off, I'm just going to highlight it and then click the trash can and then say okay. And so now it's just on there once. So now I'm going to close this. And so now I've added a page, and we talked about the file page and how to add things on it, and then how to get your new page on your sidebar. So that's going to end what I'd like to talk about today with this broadcast. Have a good day.